Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Wow, such a beautiful day today. Today is Friday. Inshallah, after this we are going for Jum'ah. So what is important for us is to know this whole concepts of presence. I have given you the first part of awareness, of fullness, of living in the present and living in the now. Now I'm going to explain to you the whole concept of the Al-Quran, where Allah tells us about how to live for the future and how to understand the past. So whenever if you open the Quran and you read, there are many verses of the Quran which relate to this concept of past and present. And that concept of past and present you can read. For example, Allah tells us, if you are a believer and you do good, for example, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu wa amilus solihat. And then the verses continue, and Allah will tell them about the assurance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is, La khawfun wa la hum yahzanun. Many times in the Quran, if you do good, if you strive for the way of Allah, you do jihad, if you are in situation in which you are downtrodden, do not lose hope, because Allah tells us this key concept of La khawfun wa la hum yahzanun. So this is very important. There are many mufassirin that gives a lot of idea, but I'm giving you this from the context of experiential positive Islamic psychology, because I see this as one key concept which we Muslims have not been able to realize in our life. I myself have not been able to realize it until very much recently, when I reflect on this verse where Allah repeated many times. There are numerous areas in the Quran where Allah reassures, La khawfun wa la hum yahzanun, especially for those who believe and who do good, who strive in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what does it mean? La khawfun. If you are, for example, Allah assures those who do good. For example, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu. Then after that, Allah assures them, they shall have no fear of the future. La khawfun. They will have no fear. Khawf is from the word fear. Fear of what? Fear of the future. So Allah tells us, you don't have to worry. The future is all in Allah's hand. For the atheists, the future is just, alright, que sera sera. Whatever happen. No, in Islam, everything, every particle in this universe, every quantum state, anything, it is all in the preview of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He's ever aware. He's ever knowing. He's ever loving. He's ever caring. He's ever taking care. So we should not fear the future. So a lot of people in the modern world now, they have fear of the future. And then a lot of people are stuck living in the past. They cannot get out of the past. They have done something bad in the past. There's always sadness. You cannot rewind your life backward. Neither can you move forward. That's why we live in the presence. So this concept of living, having the understanding and practicing the whole idea of La khawfun wa la hum yahzanun is very important. Infuse this in your life and reflect over this verse over and over again, because you will face many situations where you regret your past, and regretting your past makes you depressed. You go through depression. And a lot of people, when they go through the past, for example, they have broken relationship, they have a life of drug addiction or alcoholism, they have done many sins, but they cannot get out of that mode. But Allah tells us, Wallahum yahzanun. Don't you be sad over what was the past. The past is the past, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Ghafur, always forgiving. So Rahim, huwa al-Ghafurur Rahim. So He is always merciful and compassionate. So always remember the past. Yes, we have done something wrong. We could have murdered somebody, and we spent, say, 30 years in jail, and we are left. After 20 years, we were let out. Should we live in the past after we are out of the prison? A lot of people, they cannot live in the presence because they are stuck. Their mind is in the state of that prisoner. But if we are live in the presence, we know, as long as we are alive, as long as we are breathing, as long as we have our nafas, we say our istighfar, we ask for Allah forgiveness in all sincerity, tawbatan nasuha, we move on in life. Alright? So you can see that there are many sahabis who have very terrible evil past. I mean, if you go and study the seerah, you can see. They have done crimes that is unimaginable from our perspective. But they have transcended that sadness of the past to become the sahabis of our Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and become the tabi'in, the tabi'in, and so on, that carry this beautiful message of truth and of achievement of peace, happiness, and success. So I will give you more detail on how we will try to overcome this past of sadness, because this is a Quranic concept. And then this future also is very important for us, so that we do not be afraid of the future. Do not be afraid of the future. What we need to do is we have the will, the determination, and then tawakkul ala Allah. Do our best, whatever we do. Do it small, steadily, but think big. So inshallah, we would then achieve what we have achieved. This series that I'm doing, inshallah, on being achievers in life, is my humble effort to try to help our young people, or even our old people, or people who have no direction in life, to have some direction in life. Alhamdulillah, Allah has blessed me with some direction in life. I have achieved a number of things in life. Alhamdulillah, it's all by His grace, by His mercy. It's not out of my own effort, but out of His divine grace and love and mercy, I have been able to do something. So now I'm not doing any job or something like that, but I'm just I was a human resource consultant, teaching leadership, teaching coaching, mentoring. Now I'm dedicating my life, inshallah, to the completion of this message of positive Islamic psychology. And on being achievers is a very key concept. So we will have, for example, inshallah, on being achievers for children. We've got to start with the children of Islam, the children of the Ummah. On being achievers for the youth, on being achievers for the elderly, because they are old. What can they achieve? They can achieve. There are many things they can achieve. All right. On being achievers in the corporate world, on being achievers in terms of productivity, in terms of quality, in terms of so many things, that inshallah we can be achievers. So this series will upload in our YouTube, Islamic Motivation PIP, that is Islamic Motivation PIP. Go to that YouTube, viral it to your friends. Tell them about this beautiful message of Islam. Every day just spend 10 minutes with me. Inshallah, over the next 100 or 200 series of this video, which I shall dedicated to the Ummah, inshallah, we would help at least one of you. If at least one of you who has understood this message from me today, and you change your life, I am happy. All right? But inshallah, if Allah wills, this message will go to the ends of the world, and you spread it out among your friends. Just spend 10 minutes a day reflecting on this positive message of positive Islamic psychology and the concepts of presence. And today I'm explaining to you the concepts, the Quranic concepts of la khawfun wa la hum yahzanun. Inshallah, see you in the next episode.